Before we bring our next singer on stage, we have a small speech by Srinivas. Srinivas has been with CarnatiCalifornia ever since its inception, which was little over a year ago. We asked him what he has learned in this time, and here is what he has to say.
A very good evening to all the rasikas here. Albert Einstein once famously said, God does not play dice, but she surely plays a veena. Extremely glad to be talking about Carnatic music here. Kalyani, Ranjani, Amritavarshini, Bhairavi, Sindhu Bhairavi, Sahana, Manjari, Gauri Manohari, Leelambari, Mohana, Vasanta, Madhuvanti, Saindavi, Arabi, and so many priyas. Yes, you guys know what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Carnatic ragas. Each unique and each having something very special of their own. Now, what is a raga? So, in a simplistic definition, you could say it's a collection of notes. So there is a certain progression and way you come down, it's a body of melodic movements. So as far as like a frequency point, so every scale has like a s, which is the bass note called sadma. So I was googling up about sadma and I couldn't get much. People say it's very low key, well performed. Some people say the Tamil version is better than the Hindi, but I'll leave it to you guys. The other notes, the next note, the re, is way more complicated. There is a re 1, which is the sad re, and then there is a happy re, which is the re 2. And then there is an angry re, shy re, anxious re, disgusted re, I want to go home now re. There are so many re's. In fact, there are a total of 17 re's, believe it or not. So in some music classes, there is this practice where the teacher acts like a random number generator. She just throws numbers 3, 7, 4, 2, and then the singer has to sing 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. This practice of perfecting your re's is called Riyaz. And it's not just the re's. There is pa, and then there's a the which goes to 32, and then there's a ni 22/7, which is highly irrational, but it's like this. So there are just too many notes. Some of the differences between notes are so subtle that only your music teacher will be able to perceive their difference. I hope she does, because whenever we sing re 1, she says re 2, and whenever we sing re 2, she says re 1. So I hope she knows what she's doing. So you might ask whether all the notes are equal. So there are some friends of mine, I call them the socialistic rasikas, who say all notes are equal, every note should get 15 seconds of airtime, and then why should high notes get all the applause? What about the low notes? No. But I don't totally agree with them, you see. See, there are some notes which are more special than the others. They are precious, diamonds you could call them. I don't have time to list all of them, but then just Google up Swarovski diamonds and you will know more. Now, so I hope I'm not giving you an impression that a raga is just composed of notes. There is more to it. There are these gamakas, the way you transition from one note to another. When I started off, I had very little clue what these gamakas were. So I went to a music concert and then I tried figuring it out. So the next time you go to a concert, you want to know what the singer is singing, just follow his hand gestures. Okay? So when he's going from he does this. I call this the leg spin gamaka. You go from the low note to a high note. And then of course there is an off spin gamaka where you go from the high note to the low note. And some singers are very tricky. They'll be like this, you'll be thinking, oh, they're going from low to high, and then they'll turn it the last time. They're called the googly gamakas. And of course, you also have a seam up gamaka, which will just rip through the listener. So you can add a little bit of swing to it to keep the audience guessing. So why we need gamakas after all? Why not sing just the notes? So gamakas gave us a certain feeling, bhava, as they call it in Andhra Pradesh. So it is about the mood it brings in you. So the Carnatic comedians have been very systematic in their classification of ragas. So there are morning ragas, there are evening ragas. In my humble opinion, they must have stopped their classification there. But some guys went further. There's 11:42 a.m. raga, there's a 2:42 p.m. raga, there is an early lunch raga, there's a post-brunch raga, the second dinner raga, the list goes on. In fact, there is a listen to while you run on the treadmill raga called as Slim Dehi. And then there is a raga that you listen to while cooking. It's called Aroma Priti. And then there is a raga that you listen to while you're coding. It's called Deepaga Rupini. And then there is a raga that you listen to when you're in deep thought. It's called Deep Tashahini. So ragas, more than just giving you a certain feeling, they can do more than that. There is a raga called Pankaja Kasturi that can relieve you of common cold. There is a Chavana Prasha raga which can boost your immunity. And then there is a raga called Shenbaga Duri that milk can use while milking their cows. And of course there is a harapriya that can cure bad throat. Now, I'm sure all of you will, a lot of you are in the learning process, one day will come up and then able to appreciate all of this. So in addition to learning just your ragas, if you want to do more than that, so there are a few organizations that you could be a part of. There is an organization called Let's Make Abheri Great Again. So this particular raga, what we're trying to say is the musician should only sing ragas and compositions from our heartland. Anything that is foreign is banned from the sabas. We don't want any of this fusion, confusion nonsense. Let's just keep it the way it was, back in the golden age. And of course, we are also trying to, there's a group that is trying to work with Nintendo. They're trying to create Pokestops outside of music halls and music classes to increase the footfall in these. And other than that, there's also a game that we're trying to create called as Game of Tones. So in this game, what we do is we give the singer, we give the player a list of notes from all different scales. So he gets to kill how many ever he wants, and then finally make sense of whatever is left. So that's called the Game of Notes. So some of us might be thinking, oh, I'm just talking up, I'm not really there anywhere. Who knows? If you just keep singing, one day you might become like a Sangeeta Kalanidhi. Someone might become a Sangeeta Udayanidhi, Dayanidhi, Arunidhi. If you just keep practicing, one day you might even become a Sangeeta Karnanidhi and live forever in the minds of people. Even I used to think, so I have an MS, so why should I learn music? It's too far. But then it turns out the most popular Carnatic singer ever is also an MS. So why not? So just wonderful evening, guys. Keep singing, have fun. It's been fun, and then I hope you have even more fun. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.